Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I was actually specifically saving my review of Kringle Leprechaun treats for today. So I am sorry to say, however, that this candle is already sold out. But I figure I'll still go ahead and film my review because I do anticipate this one probably returning potentially for next St. Patrick's Day. So just in an effort to have a review ready to go for 2026, let's go ahead and take a little journey through Kringle Leprechaun treats. Out of the fragrances that were available in the 2025 St. Patty's Day collection, this one appealed to me the most personally. So this is the one that I decided to go ahead and purchase from that collection. I'm really glad that I did. However, I will tell you, if you do pick this one up, I have had some burn issues with it, so I will definitely get into that a little bit more when we talk about the overall burn quality. I think there are ways to negate it, but I do think that Kringle is aware of these particular burn issues, and I imagine they will be tweaking this formulation just a little bit, so maybe this won't be a problem next year, but just in case, I'll definitely fill you in at least on what I experienced with this one here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a little journey through Leprechaun treats. We'll go ahead and start with the scent description, take a look at the fragrance notes. I'll tell you what I smell here. We'll discuss the overall strength and throw, and then we will get into the burn issues that I have had with this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the description. By the way, this one is now sold out already. It sold out pretty quickly once they put the St. Patty's Day candles on sale. I think they did that last week at some point. So these went on sale for $15.50, and I think they were snatched up pretty quickly. If I wasn't on a little bit of a no buy for the remainder of March here when it comes to home fragrance, I would have definitely probably snagged another one of these, but I'm trying really hard to behave myself. But yeah, so it's sold out for this year. Like I said, stay tuned. I imagine that this one will return next year. All right, the description reads, Leprechaun Treats is an experience of pure whimsy and comfort. A playful yet luxurious fragrance that makes every moment feel a little more magical and a lot sweeter. The top notes are sugar sweet and very vanilla. The mid notes are creamy vanilla, and the base notes are warm amber and more vanilla. So this is definitely just vanilla layered with vanilla. There's nothing overly exotic or, you know, new or innovative happening here. This is a vanilla candle, but it's a really nice vanilla fragrance. To my nose, this doesn't necessarily smell like vanilla frosting or anything like that. It almost smells like pure vanilla, like mixed with like some whipped cream. But it's a very sweet vanilla whip type of scent to my nose. It's not quite as rich as like vanilla buttercream frosting would be, but think vanilla whipped cream. I really like the fragrance itself a lot. Like I said, this isn't innovative, this isn't new, this isn't something terribly exotic. It's vanilla. It does have a little bit of, I would say, extra depth to the scent because of the addition of that warm amber that's at the base here. I don't think that amber makes this vanilla lean perfumey in any kind of way. I do still think for the most part it smells mostly edible to my nose, but just really sweet, really creamy, and just a rich vanilla. Listen, this is great. I love this. This is the type of vanilla that I think is perfect for blending with other fragrances. In fact, I have been burning this one alongside a lot of the neroli and bergamot fragrances that Kringle released for spring summer 2025 from both the Kringle and the Country Candle line. So if you're looking for a nice blender fragrance, when this one pops around again, I think it's worth picking up for that. If you can either like turn the label around or maybe peel the label off or whatever, or stick this in a hurricane where you can't see it, I don't think anyone would even for a moment think like, oh, that is specifically a St. Patty's Day type of fragrance. You know, I think the label here makes sense in that you've got some, looks to be like vanilla cupcakes with just, looks to be a vanilla bean buttercream frosting maybe. But that's not necessarily even what you're getting in this scent. Like I said, it's more of like a whipped cream with a heavy dose of vanilla in it, and then a little bit of depth from the amber at the base there. It's delicious. I love it. I will grab another one of these next year, just as soon as it's released. It is delightful, and I've really come to enjoy this one. The Strength and Throw, I do think I would like to see that be amped up a little bit. Now, it's been fine because I've definitely been burning this alongside some other fragrances, and it's noticeable on its own. But the Strength and Throw, I would say, is consistently about a 6 out of 10 for both Strength and Throw. I smell it in whatever room I'm burning it, and it's quite potent in there. I know that the candle is going, but it doesn't smack me in the face. And when it comes to vanilla, vanilla is one of those fragrance notes that I would love to just have overwhelm me because I really tend to favor it. If I could get a Strength and Throw out of this one of like an 8, somewhere around an 8, that would be absolutely perfect. So we're a little ways off from that, and maybe this is something that Kringle can tweak, and maybe they can amp the Strength and Throw up a little bit for next year. But I think that that might be a fine balance. Vanillas are sometimes notorious for not always burning the best. Sometimes they can get quite dirty or sooty. I think the vanilla oils can sometimes be maybe a little bit more volatile. And in the case of this one, I think that they might want to go down on the wick size potentially. I do get some pretty wicked mushroom tops with these particular wicks, but that's not really like the main negative here. If I let this go for any time beyond 3 hours, the wicks do tend to want to get pretty sooty, and there is quite a bit of discoloration that wants to collect on the side of the jar. The first time that I burned this, I let it go for probably about 4 or 5 hours, which for me, when it comes to Kringle, is kind of the norm. With most of my Kringles, I let them go far beyond the 3-hour mark, which is usually what I will burn all other candles for in terms of, you know, length of burn time. I just find that sticking to that particular time frame gives me the least amount of problems with most of my candles that I burn. Kringle, because the soy formulation is so clean and their wicks are usually so sturdy, I can let them go a little bit longer, but that is not the case with this one. So even when this one gets re-released next year, I would definitely be a little bit mindful about not letting this one go for a long period of time. Maybe kind of test it a little bit at first, but watch it. I definitely have had to cut back on the amount of time that I'm burning this one based on how the wicks are kind of interacting with the vanilla oils in this specific scent. So let me give you guys the overhead shot. I did go ahead and clean up the glass after I first noticed that initial like discoloration, but since then I have not touched it. And you can see, even though I'm limiting the burn, I do have just a little bit of probably soot that's collecting on the side here. You can kind of see a little bit of that. It's not crazy. Like I said, when I noticed it the first burn, I definitely cleaned it up, but I haven't done anything to it since. But yeah, so this has been lit now for just about an hour. You can see I'm starting to get that nice wax pool there. But I can't let it go much beyond that. These wicks are going to form pretty big mushroom tops here, and then it's going to start to want to go downhill. So I just have to catch it. It's one of the few Kringles, like I said, that I have to do this with. So I'm willing to put up with it for a great vanilla, but I do hope that there is an opportunity for Kringle to maybe revisit the formulation of this one and hopefully get it to perform a little bit cleaner with subsequent releases. So I'll have my fingers crossed for that. But as far as the scent itself, I'm a big fan. It's crazy basic, but I love me a good basic vanilla, and as long as it's executed well, like, I'm here for it. So for the most part, we've got lots of good things here, but just if you bought this one in 2024, keep an eye on it when you're burning it. If you start to notice it going a little sideways on you, I would say just reduce your burn time, and you should get a somewhat similar experience to what I have here. But nope, this is not one of those Kringles that you can just let it go. Sorry about that, but this is not the one. All right, I hope that this review was helpful. Again, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone out there celebrating today. I hope you have a safe and happy celebration. I appreciate you guys being here. Please subscribe if you are new. If you'd like to purchase anything from Kringle, I'll have them linked in the description box. You can use my discount code to save yourself 15%. Again, I'll put that information in the description box. All right, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.